Oh, hello, this is Tak Chong from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. My fast cooking system has 4 components, and the word fast is the acronym of these 4 different components, which is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. And when you combine all these 4 components, it will allow you to cook a delicious meal from scratch, use all fresh ingredients in less than 30 minutes. And each time when you eat a home-cooked meal like this, it is a great investment in your health. In this case, both physical and mental health, because you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do advanced prepping that I normally do for the entire week of cooking. I usually shop early on Saturday morning. For me, I find that is the best time to shop. The supermarket tends to be quiet, and most of the stocks are well taken care of in preparation for people's weekend shopping. Generally, my wife and I shop together. We just enjoy to spend the time with each other. I think probably more importantly, we help remind each other of things that we need to get. We take our time and we spend most of the time in the vegetable section, picking out the vegetable that we want and think of the possibility that we could do with them. To us, it is as much as entertainment as the necessity of life. When we get home, the first thing I will do is that I will store all the vegetables in the refrigerator in a shelf that I already make open for this purpose. I get up early on Sunday morning and do the prep. It might seem strange to you, but this is probably some of the best time of the week for me. I put on a set of headphones and turn to some of my favorite musics. The prepping is like a meditation to me. At the back of my mind, the background is that I will be thinking about what I am going to cook during the week. Of course, the most important goal of prepping in advance is that when you cook during the week, you don't have to prep. In my case, by spending about 2 hours in the beginning of the week, I make my nightly cooking down to about 30 minutes or less. That is also another important reason for advanced prepping because it enhances the shelf life of your produce. The most important cause in reducing shelf life of vegetables is the moisture. Today, most vegetables are pre-packaged in plastic bags. It is inevitable during the transportation as well as storage in the supermarket, moisture are released from the vegetables. And as you can see here, the moisture is being trapped inside the bag. When you store the vegetable in the bag as it is, it will deteriorate rapidly. Therefore, removing the moisture from the vegetables is a key factor in increasing their shelf life. So through advanced prepping, you remove the vegetable from the bag and you cut them up and store them in plastic container. This will basically dry them out and prevent them from being trapped with the moistures inside the bag. This greatly enhances the shelf life of the vegetable, sometimes up to as much as twice longer. And of course, as you would imagine, having the right knife for prepping is very important. I use 2 knives in my prepping. One is a steel vegetable chopper that has a large blade. The large blade of this knife provides excellent leverage, particularly against vegetable that is relatively hard. The second knife that I use regularly is a ceramic knife, which is excellent for cutting anything that is soft, such as tomatoes. You can take a look at this video if you want to learn more about the property as well as the advantage of a ceramic knife. I use a method known as the claw technique. This is an excellent technique that will prevent you from cutting yourself. And you can take a look at this video if you want to learn more about this claw technique. Today, some of the vegetables actually already come pre-prepped, such as this bag of broccoli. I bought this bag of broccoli florets for a little bit over $4 at Sam's Club, and this is a 2-pound bag, and the price is not bad at all. The floret is pre-cut and washed. I prepped the broccoli floret to a little bit over bite size. You can take a look at this video which discusses what is the best size to prep your vegetables. After I cut them up into the right size, I put them in plastic containers. Each of these plastic containers is 5 cups, so I basically get 15 cups of broccoli from this single bag. And when I purchase the broccoli, I look over them very carefully. I would want to make sure that the stem, which is the end of the broccoli, do not look darkened. And when I prep the broccoli like this, it will last for about 10 days in the refrigerator. My family really likes broccoli, so I usually prep them each week, but occasionally I will skip a week. A French bean is another vegetable that is one of our staples. French beans trap a lot of moisture inside the bag. In this case, advanced prepping is absolutely essential because this will dry out the moisture. It is literally double the shelf life of the French bean. For storing the produce, I use containers made by Rubbermaid, which is also known as take-along. I use 2 sizes of this square plastic container. They both have the same footprint except one is taller and one is shorter. The tall one has a 5-cup capacity, whereas the short one has about 3-cup capacity. The nice thing about these 2 containers is that they have the same footprint and they use the same lids. This way they provide much better efficiency in storage in the refrigerator. The ability for them to stack neatly upon each other leave a lot of room in the refrigerator for you to store other things. For example, in my average size refrigerator, I am able to store up to 40 or 50 of this type of containers. A Brussels sprout is excellent for stir fry. It is one of our favorite vegetables, particularly when you include Brussels sprouts in a vegetable medley. To increase the cooking efficiency of Brussels sprouts, I cut them into quarters. This will help heat penetration during stir fry and it makes them cook much faster. A mushroom is another staple ingredient in my advanced prepping. I usually prep them once a week and I alternate between the regular mushroom and the portobello mushroom. Again, by prepping in advance, the shelf life of the mushroom could be extended to up to 2 weeks. Another ingredient that I also prep every week is scallions. A scallion is very handy. They give a nice onion flavor and I can use them both in cooking as well as a garnish. However, scallion has a relatively short shelf life, usually about 5 to 6 days. Another prep that I always have on hand are carrots. Carrots has excellent shelf life. In fact, the carrots that I slice here, they will stay good in the refrigerator for up to 2 to 3 weeks. These are some of the common vegetable ingredients that I prep usually every week or every other weeks. I also have other preps on hand such as asparagus, zucchini, yellow squash, eggplants, and onion. So in general, I will have about 10 to 12 different vegetable ingredients available in my advanced prepping. This gives me a lot of choices during my cooking. I consider them as paint on a palette for me to create my culinary masterpiece. I could not emphasize more the importance of advanced prepping because advanced prepping is basically just the fuel that drives the engine of home cooking. Recently, I talked to one of my former students, Joe, and he told me that advanced prepping has 2 important impacts on him. First of all, advanced prepping makes home cooking far more fun. But it also makes home cooking has a greater sense of commitment because he knows that he already spent the time to put into the advanced prepping. And he will feel bad if he let those efforts as well as the ingredients to go to waste. He nevertheless felt that most importantly, that through advanced prepping, that he really enjoyed cooking. And not to mention, this is an important investment on the long-term health of he and his family. He also said in the beginning it was a little bit difficult to get into the flow of advanced prepping. However, now once he get everything set up, he actually really enjoys it as much as that I enjoy my advanced prepping as well. In many ways, cooking is all about nature. And seeing the connection between cooking and nature will help you to have a greater appreciation of both. I would like to share this video on Antelope Canyon that I posted on my 8-minute YouTube channel. I visited there in 2013. It provided me some of the most extraordinary experience in my life. You can use the link at the top right hand corner and take a look at this video. I think you will be impressed by how beautiful nature could be. And keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.